Hi guys, today we're going to do section 1.8. You just need to write that at the top of your paper, which will be solving equations using tables and mental math. So first you need to know what an equation is and difference between them. One is called an open equation and it contains a variable, and I wrote some examples down for you. It just means that there could be an answer, or we don't know the answer. That's what open means. Okay, part one. We are going to be identifying solutions. In question number 1, we're asking, if x equals 6, is that the solution to the equation? And you're going to show me that you can substitute it in for x and see if it works. So I should see 36. Why isn't that working? There we go. 36 equals 2 times 6 plus 18. And we do 36 equals 2 times 6 is 12, 12 plus 18. And we keep going, and you have to keep going until there's only one number on each side of the equal sign. Okay, 36 equals 8 plus 2 is 10, carry a 1, and we get 30. Excuse me. 36 equals 30. That, is not equal. They are not equal, so 6 is not a solution. So the answer is no, it is not. But you do need to prove that. You need to show all your work. You need to get it down so there are only 2 numbers on each side of the equal sign. So show work until there's one number on each side of the equal sign. Okay, so number 2, let's check this one. Is m equals a half a solution to the equation? So we're going to plug it in. 6 times a half minus 8. Does that equal negative 5? Half of 6 is 3 minus 8. Does that equal negative 5? 3 minus 8 is negative 5. And yes, that equals negative 5. They are the same number. And I know maybe you saw it here in step 2 that they were equal, but you still need to go down until there is one number on each side. And that's kind of setting you up to learn how to do a check in an equation, okay? So yes, it is true, and our answer is yes. Okay, part 2. Part 2, using a table to find or estimate a solution. Okay, so what I would like you to do, I want you to, you're going to make an x, because that's our variable. And then you're going to make a 5x minus 1. Okay, so you're going to take a guess. 3. I just picked a number. I don't know if I'm right. 5 times 3 is 15 minus 1, and that equals 14. Okay, so this is not a solution. Now notice I needed to get to be a negative number. I need this negative here. So I need to pick a negative x in order to get there. Okay, so let's pick negative 3. 5 times negative 3 minus 1. Well, 5 times negative 3 equals negative 15 minus 1. Negative 15 minus 1 equals negative 16. I happen to guess right. Okay, but you're going to use your table to kind of figure out how to get to the answer. Okay, so our answer is x equals negative 3. And you want to use strategy and be like I did in the first one, oh, I need a negative number to get that negative answer. Okay, let's try another one. We have an x. And then we have 10 minus x. If I plug in 9, well, when we do 10 minus 9, you're going to get 1. And we need this number to get bigger. So how do I make a number, when I subtract it, get bigger? Well, you need to subtract a negative. So let's do negative 8. 10 minus negative 8 means 10 plus 8, which means 18. Okay, close. So negative 7. 10 minus negative 7 is 17. And there we go. So our answer, x equals negative 7. Okay, so that's part 2. I think that's it for that. And part 3, our last part, is writing an equation. So I'm going to give you words, and then you're going to translate. Important to remember is that is means equal. So when you see the word is, generally you're going to put in an equal sign. So write down the first one, write down examples. Ooh. The sum of 3x and 1 is -8. Okay, so there's my is. So I know that I'm going to have equals here, -8. The sum, I know that sum means that I'm adding, and I need to add 2 things, so I need the end, and that's where that's going to go. The plus is going to go right there where the end is. So 3x and 1. Please make sure you wrote down the sentence, the English sentence, and now write down the math answer that we've translated into an equation. Okay, then we're going to try a word problem, and then that should be it for today. Please write down the word problem. The length of the ball court is 14 times the height of its walls. Write an equation that can be used to find the height of a model that has a length of 48 centimeters. So we're saying the length of the ball court is 14 times. So let's look at this first sentence. The length of the ball court is. Okay, so we don't know, they didn't give us any information yet in this sentence about length. So I'm going to say L equals, the length equals 14 times, okay, 14 times, that means multiplication, 14 times the height of its walls. Okay, we don't know anything about h yet, so I'm just going to keep 14 times h, and in math, when we write times h, I just put it right next to each other. Write an equation that can be used to find the height of a model that has a length of 49 centimeters. So they're telling me the length is 49. So I need to, instead of writing L, I'm going to write 49 equals 14h. So I used one sentence, and then I used the other sentence to plug in and give me more information. And that would be the equation to figure out the height. Okay, that's it for today, and we will do a bunch more in class. Have a good one.